Welcome back, everybody. This is Unhappily Ever After. And I'm Jem, and today we are going to reload an argument between popular streamer Destiny and his wife Melina. You all know me, usually I just mind my own business, but if you're gonna have an argument that pops up when I have YouTube on autoplay, then for sure I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing, push up a chair, and watch. I probably saw like the first couple of minutes, and then I decided to do this reaction, so come watch with me.
What does she mean when she can't physically mentally have sex? Well, she means she doesn't want to have sex. Or she wants to have really good sex, but she doesn't want to go out and look for it. That's fine. I don't care. If I have this argument with somebody, I'll actually lose my mind. Me and Melina used to fight over this so much. The way that it works for me and Melina is I'm not allowed to hook up with somebody unless she has somebody to hook up with.
Destiny and Mel are in an open relationship. And the conditions of his open relationship with Melina is that he's not allowed to hook up with someone unless she has someone to hook up with as well. I already see the conflict in this relationship. Now, this is just speculation, but just based on generalizations, I bet you Destiny was the one who wanted an open relationship, and Mel was the one who had the stipulation of they can only see another person if they both have someone to see at the same time. Now, relationships in general will work better if people are honest with each other. The only other open relationship I know about is between Bobby Lee and Kalila, and they just broke up last year, almost a year ago. So let's see how this open relationship plays out.
So there are times when I want to fuck a lot, and she's like, oh, I don't know, it's like really hard for me to find somebody. And it's like, what do you mean it's hard for you to find somebody? You just don't want to find somebody.
Ding, 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 ding. You figured it out, Destiny. I should stop the video right now. But I won't.
And we would fight about this so much. She's like, well, no, it's not that I don't want to find somebody. It's just hard for me to find somebody. It's like, it's not. You can go to the beach. You can hop on Tinder. You can go to the coffee shop. Hi. Love you.
What are you doing?
Busted. All right. Like, look at how Destiny can talk about his wife and say whatever when she isn't in the room. And as soon as she's in the room, he has to switch up. Comedy. Let's see how much bass he loses in his voice.
Nothing?
What happened?
We're watching Forsen. He's on an insane run right now.
Steve!
What? Hi.
What are you doing?
What? We're watching Forsen right now. What are you doing?
Are you?
Yeah.
Is that your entire content?
Huh? I love you.
Fully low level.
You're on a sick run right now.
Some kind of Hogwarts.
Why are you acting so sus?
Because he's been talking about you, Mel. He's been talking behind your back. That's why he's so sus right now. Yo, sniff him out.
We're not acting
Why are
sus.
you acting so weird?
We're just hanging out.
I don't know.
Hello, mortals.
Zoomer slow
I am
level.
Zeus, also known as...
I don't know what you're talking about.
And yes, I am actually real, unlike Jesus.
Hello.
Anyways, I noticed you've been wanting a god seed, but I cannot provide you with one until you've done your part.
We're just watching women make incels on the internet.
100 people from the chat for me. Thank you.
Give me one the heck.
Wow, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. Wow, golden melts.
I like to observe how people treat their significant other. I would expect overall that you would treat your spouse well, and I like to see that. And so this little moment here is pretty sweet.
Golden milk.
Golden melts.
Sunshine milk.
Nice. Okay.
What?
Whoa.
Bye now.
Bye, Mel's.
Positive.
Ooh, drama. Okay, so here's where the fireworks begin. Instead of Melina going off to find her own thing to do while Destiny is streaming, she probably checked Destiny's feed in the back to find out what Destiny actually said about her, and now she's got an idea. She's going to entertain us and blast him on live. Get your popcorn, everyone. All right, this is probably about where I stopped, so now let's just all watch it together.
Talking about anything.
This is why I believe increasingly.
What? No, I was talking about another Mel I know.
You're not. What are you doing? Why are you talking shit?
We're just hanging out.
You're talking shit.
I'm not talking shit.
You are talking shit.
Just be honest when you're in a relationship. And by being honest, I don't mean to be cruel, but yes, honest, because I can already see these two, even in their open relationship, they're not being honest with each other.
This woman is doing a similar thing to you, where she's like, she's calling herself an incel because she can't, because she's saying she can't find good sex. So it's like when we would argue and I would say, Mel, you probably just don't want to fuck anybody right now. And you're like, no, I really do. I just don't have anybody. And I'm like, bro, you can find guys in 50 million different areas of life.
Yeah,
How can
are they any good? No.
Doesn't matter. You then cycle through them. Then go try some out.
Okay, so now we hear the story. There was a woman in chat complaining about being an incel, and Destiny takes umbrage with this. And he uses Mel as an example of how someone can have ridiculous dating standards. Okay, Mel, why is it so hard for you to find someone to sleep with?
So the people that's sending messages to me, would you ever? No, you wouldn't.
Mel, those are the worst messages you get. How many messages do you get?
I check my messages every day. You can go through them. It's not gonna be
Really? How much money would you give me if I can find one attractive guy that you would have fun in your DMs?
How long ago would you have sent something?
Probably you can just tweet out right now, hey, looking for somebody in Miami that wants to hook up. Any takers?
Should I do it in my form? Like less?
She's laughing, but he's right. I'm sure that's exactly what he has to do to get his candidates. Destiny doesn't strike me as being picky, so he's going to want to know why you're being so picky, Mel.
Sure, you could do that, and you'd literally get 200 attractive men.
Nah. No, definitely not. Because they don't have time to be on Instagram. I don't think they do. I don't believe it.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
a bunch of people that has nothing else to do.
Okay.
Men are not gonna sit there online and try to look for hot women because they already have them. They just go outside. They're picked already.
They'll f more than one woman. It's not like they've got one woman and they're only gonna f one girl. If it's just guys wanting to fuck around.
Because usually if they're fucking one, aren't the girls doing that, you know? Have you seen what the guys look like in Miami?
Bro, half these guys will cheat anyway. They don't give a f.
Yo, Mel, take a hint. Destiny so desperately wants to find a guy for you, he's telling you to hit up a frustrated married dude. Destiny wants you to open up your dating pool to cheaters. Okay, it's obvious to me right now Destiny has about 1, 2, 3 women already lined up, and he's just waiting for Melina, to find someone too, so he can finally pull the trigger.
Yeah, sure. But why would I want to have someone that is a monogamous person, that gets really jealous, that might be a dickhead?
Okay, that's fine.
Shut up. What if they're what if they're an anti-fan of you? What if they hate you?
Who cares?
Let's say that they take a picture of us f***ing, and then they post and said, I fucked Destiny's girlfriend.
Good for him. Congratulations.
No, it's not good. It's shit. Okay? I'm scared of that. I don't like that.
So Mel just made up this hypothetical scenario that some enemy of Destiny is going to find her and sleep with her just to tell everybody he did it on the internet to get back at Destiny. Doesn't make any sense because, first of all, I'm sure you would know Destiny's enemy, so you wouldn't be sleeping with them in the first place. And even if it were to happen, this hypothetical enemy spreading photos of you two sleeping together, that would be revenge porn. I don't think people hate Destiny that much that they're going to be willing to go to jail over him. Honesty. Mel, just say you don't want to sleep with anybody and you don't want Destiny to either, and leave it at that. But I see what Mel is trying to do. She's trying to do this tactic where, in order to get your way, you will instead appeal to the person's interest. Make what you want to do appeal to their best interest in order to get them to do what you want. But here you see, Mel, that Destiny does not care, even if you did sleep with his enemy. The arguments you're bringing up right now is not working on him. Rather than jump through all these hoops, it would be simpler for you to tell Destiny that you don't want to sleep with a stranger, and so you want to close your open relationship for an undisclosed amount of time. Boom.
Okay, if you want to put 50 million qualifiers, that's fine. But just don't be like, oh, I can't find anybody. What you really mean is I can't find anybody that means this and this and this.
Yeah, Destiny has you figured out. He's just saying, just say it as it is. Stop coming up with all these excuses. Just say you don't want to sleep with anybody. Call a spade a spade. But for some reason, you're still not doing that. So I don't know what's going on here.
Shit, it's dog shit. That's the thing. It's like scary. I have to worry about my safety. It might be wasting my fucking time. It might be terrible. And
Oh my god, that's just exhausting. I feel so bad for you.
Even telling Destiny she's scared for her safety doesn't move him. This is too much.
What an exhausting life.
Why would I ever want to go out and do shit if I just feel like it's gonna be a waste of time?
Because you don't, well, the reality is you just don't want to that much. You don't care that much, which is fine.
No, I just wait for it to come naturally.
Yeah, because you don't care that much.
Mel, just agree with him. You don't care that much, so let him know you don't care that much. All she has to say is, yes, Destiny, you're right. I don't want to sleep with everything moving. You got me. Now what's up?
No, I don't care that much.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd go look for it.
Sometimes I care more, sometimes I care. But I just know
okay.
it's gonna be a lot of stumbling into like the shittiest, most draining, just like bleh. Like maybe someone looks really good, but they're too young and they get like emotional.
Yeah, well, sometimes it happens,
Well,
but
I don't want to have that in my life.
Okay.
I'm not a whore, okay?
okay, so you're just looking for like
No,
the.
you can fuck anything that's just living. You don't fucking.
Ding, 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 ding. Didn't I just say that? She took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know Destiny, but seeing as how he has an open relationship, I just figured he was the type. No judgment, but he just seems like he'd sleep with anything. So Melanie, you got into an open relationship with, as you put it, a man who goes with anything living. Why'd you think you would be able to keep up with him in the first place? Or if you didn't realize his drive before you agreed to an open relationship, okay, I get you. But now you know, so what are you going to do about it?
Good, yeah, true. But if I wasn't in the mood to, I would say, yeah, you know, I don't feel like I want to wait for like a high quality person, or I want to wait for somebody that I really like. I would just say that. But I would never be like, oh, I can't fuck right now. I can't have any sex right now. I would never say
I
that.
never said something you're making up. I never said that. I just said like, hey, I just don't think that there's anyone around right now that's good for me. And let's say that you're just in a phase where you just don't really feel too sexual, and if you're gonna be with someone that is really pushy, and
Yeah, that's fine. So you just don't feel like finding anybody. That's good.
Yeah, but
Just say that.
You could still want to find someone. Let's say that you would basically say, hey Mel, in the other room right there's the most perfect guy ever. I would probably go for I would
Okay.
probably do it, but the thing is, there's probably a lot of things that makes him not that cool, okay? And I have to explore that entire thing before I do anything.
It's just a hookup.
Yeah, she does sound kind of draining because from Destiny's point, it is not what he thought his open relationship would be. It sounds more complicated than your old regular monogamous relationship. Oh, these rules. Ay, ay, ay. So Destiny says it's just a hookup. True. What Mel is talking about sounds like another relationship. Because, like, aren't one night stands supposed to be random and spur of the moment type things? She's wanting to make sure all the conditions are right, her astrology charts align. We don't have time for all of that, Mel. Y'all, I'm just being ridiculous because this entire thing is ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to fault someone who wants to be picky. So I just don't understand why Mel has gotten herself into this predicament.
How is this okay? Listen.
Because of safety reasons.
Oh my god, how many of these people are actually...
Men don't shower. Like.
Oh my goodness. Oh, now it's...
Okay.
Oh, now it's a mess. Some men don't shower. Listen, I love you.
Hold on.
I love you.
Steven didn't shower after gym yesterday and went to bed. Okay?
Oh my
and
goodness.
I noticed.
Wow.
Yeah, so some men don't even shower.
Okay.
And why would I want to suck a dick that smells like pee? This has happened before. I don't want to do that.
Ew. Mel, what has your life become? What is this? Why are you putting yourself through this? No, you don't have to do this. So why are you doing this? Why?
I have to like know how often do you shower? Shower 3 times a day. Why would I want to do that? It's just like if I'm just going on Bumble or Tinder or whatever, and I'm just finding this random dude like the first one to swipe, and I'm just a prostitute at that point.
You said it, not me. You're the one that's equating your life right now to one of a prostitute. And the way you're saying it, I can tell you mean it negatively. So if you do not want to be a prostitute and you are equating your life right now to a prostitute, Please tell me, what are you doing to change the life that you do not want to live? I see you now kind of complaining to Destiny about it, but you're still not being honest. He's like begging you right now to just tell him the truth. So tell it to him. Don't make me have to do it for you.
It's not gonna be a good time for me. It's gonna be dog shit. A lot of guys are so bad at oral. They don't know how to fuck around. They're gross. They're weird. Okay. Most of them are weird.
Yeah, and yet you agreed to get into a relationship where you have to now date many and many and many of them just to keep up with your husband. Why did you add that condition? Let it be an open marriage where he can do whatever he wants and you could do whatever you want. But you, for some reason, want it to be where he could only do something when you have someone to do something with. That's what's messing you guys up right now, that stipulation. So why is it in the agreement if you, Mel, cannot keep up with him? Because that's a conflict right now. You're not matching his pace, so he's irritable because he cannot sleep with the amount of people he wants to sleep with.
No, yeah, shower 3 times a day, okay? That's what I need. A lot of people just suck, okay? They don't take care of themselves. You've seen a lot of dudes. You've seen a lot. It's fair. We did actually swipe on Bumble that day, and we did see a really good guy.
There's tons of good guys. You just don't care that much.
That guy unmatched me.
Good, that's fine.
No.
That's probably because he knows you're being a princess.
Apparently, wanting a man to shower constitutes being treated as a princess as far as Destiny's concerned. You see, because Destiny doesn't need his hookups to shower. No, that's a bonus as far as he's concerned.
Wait, am I not allowed to be picky?
You can be. You just don't know what it's like for a normal dude trying to like.
It's not my problem.
That's fine. Then I didn't say it was. But you can't you just can't do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, like I really want to have sex with somebody right now, blah blah blah, like, because that shit creates serial killers.
I haven't said that.
Okay, then that's fine. Then I don't know why you're even in this conversation then.
You're saying things that's not true.
Because you've said that to me in the past.
But why? Wait, what have I said in the past?
Because there have been times where I've wanted to hook up with people, and you're like, oh, I don't have anybody that I can see, so you can't. And it's like, oh, well, me, I guess. But what you really mean is, you don't have anybody that you want to see.
Destiny, now I'm going to get on your case. If there is a problem with your arrangement, why don't you go back to the drawing board and create new rules? Tell her you don't want to wait for her to find someone before you're allowed to sleep with somebody. Tell her you want to change the rules. Tell her, you know what, this is not working out. I want to go sleep with who I want to sleep with. I don't care what you're up to. Just let her know that. Instead of arguing this little point on why she can't find someone. Don't make it your concern.
Since women choose partners, they are by definition balsals.
Do you know that there's people that I wanted to see, but those guys have been really hard to see, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. You don't understand. You don't understand. You're like pretty girl brain. You have no idea what a normal human being's existence is like.
Judgmental.
I'm not being judgmental. I'm just telling you. You have no idea what you're saying. You just don't understand.
About what? What do I have to?
We're living in totally different realities.
Sure, but you know that. Wait, you have to say that we have definitely hooked up with people.
I don't. Nothing you say right now matters.
Wait,
nothing
why?
because this conversation is retarded right now, and you're gonna trigger the out of me.
What is? Okay, are you just trying to make me look bad?
No, you jumped into this conversation.
Because you're talking about me.
I was just giving an example that women say dumb things about not having people to hook up with.
So according to him, Mel belongs to the group of dumb women who say these sorts of things. Okay, this is what I'm getting right now. Okay, and I haven't watched that much Destiny, but it's either he thinks women in general are dumb, or he specifically thinks that Mel is dumb. I don't know if he's the type of guy who only will get an opinion from women if it's in regards to women's issues or maybe like relationships. He might defer to a woman, but anything else, he doesn't really care. He might be one of those types of guys. The way he's even talking to her, at the very least, I don't think he respects her.
Mention my name to it? Nice.
Because it's the same type of conversation we've had before. I know, we all know what you mean. You mean what I said you mean, which is you don't have ultra high quality people that are coming to you with zero effort. That's what you mean. But women will sometimes say autistic shit like, oh, I don't have anybody that I can sleep with, which isn't true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Okay, that's fine.
I have never said that before.
Okay.
I just said like I don't really feel like I want to hook up with someone that isn't putting an effort into anything, sexually or anything.
Okay.
Right? Like why would I want to do that? It's just a waste of time. That's all I've said. You can't say that. I'm just saying, I don't know if there's anyone that ever wants to like me. I've never said that before.
Okay.
That's unfair for you to say.
Okay.
Right?
Verbally, Destiny is saying, okay, okay, okay. But body language wise, you can all see he's being very dismissive of everything she's saying right now. So yeah, Mel, he does not agree with anything you just said.
Agree?
I feel like you phrased things that way before,
I have never
but
said that before.
okay.
Have I, like, show me a clip of where I ever said that on stream.
I don't think we don't talk about this on stream.
But why would I say it to you privately whenever, like, I talk to stream about everything I do all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's not, you're just making shit up right now. Because you are judgmental and you just...
Yeah,
that's what you do. You just get mad, you just, like, you get insult brain and just go off, even though I've never said that before. So,
Okay.
yeah. Really, find the clip of me saying that. Do it. Yeah. And also, for the record, you do hook up with people when I'm not hooking up with someone at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, if I lie about it, yeah. Only when I'm cheating.
Wait a minute. Cheating, you say? Wow, okay, so if the agreement in this open marriage is you both have to have someone before you can hook up with randoms, but Destiny, I guess, will just hook up with randoms anyway. So yeah, technically, even though they are in an open relationship, that would be cheating. Okay, let me see where this goes. Oh boy.
Yeah, but in the past, when you were not cheating, we would do things not at the same time. But then you would be cheating sometimes, and I'd be like, okay, now things are getting a lot more complicated.
Okay, well.
He's a cheater.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so Destiny just said sometimes. So Destiny is admitting to being a sometimes cheater, which means, okay, he did more than once in the relationship. Oh boy. Mel, you already know about this. You know he's cheated. So for whatever reason, Mel has decided to tell us her husband is a cheater. Okay, in this little argument out of nowhere. I wonder what she wants us to do with this information. A word to everyone listening. In your personal lives, do not get involved in a married couple's squabbles. But since Destiny and Melina like to argue on stream, we will use them as a teaching tool to learn a valuable life lesson. Let's go.
Yep. And when you start cheating, then I get uncomfortable in the relationship.
Nice.
So why would I ever be
True.
okay with anything if you're not even being honest?
Absolutely
it's
true.
It's an open relationship, but you can't even be honest.
Oh, speak on it, Mel, speak on it. Seriously, there's a lot of people who think, if I let my partner sleep with whoever they want, as long as I know about it, they'll do as I say. Mel, I don't think you understand who and what a cheater is. By definition, they do not follow the rules. They cheat. I already went over this in detail in one of my Shane Dawson podcast episodes, but to make a long story short, cheaters gonna cheat. All right. Let's all watch and see how Melina is going to deal with this, because right now, she lets everyone know her husband is a cheater, and instead of her wanting us to do something with this information, I want to know what she did with this information when she found out.
Yeah, because I can't see someone unless you're seeing someone at the same time, and half the time you're like, oh, I don't feel like seeing anybody for 4 months, and you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't have anybody that wants to have sex with me right now, and it's like, okay, you can hop on Tinder and find anybody.
That's a rule that we made a lot, like years later after we started dating. But before that, you were cheating when we had an open relationship. You would just be like, not tell me shit, and then I would find out later.
Yeah, because I thought when we did an open relationship means we can fuck whoever we want to fuck. Not I have to wait until Mel finds the perfect 10 out of 10 Giga Chad to roll into her life with zero effort by her, and I'm sitting here with like 20 women I could fuck, and I'm gonna be like, sorry, hold on, my wife is, my 10 out of 10, 23-year-old Swedish bombshell wife has nobody that wants to fuck her right now.
That's not true.
She's 23? I didn't know that. Okay, how old is he? That aside, this is a lot of stuff to unpack. Melina is in her early 20s, and she says they had an open relationship from when they first started dating. Destiny says he wanted an open relationship because he wanted to sleep with as many women as he could, but even giving all of this, he still cheated. So I guess this is what happened. They had an open relationship, and then he was just cheating, I guess not telling her what he was doing. Probably after that, they came up with the stipulation that he can only sleep with another person if she had someone else to sleep with as well. With that new rule, it seems like he'd continue to cheat. And if this is kind of what happened, Destiny, my issue with you is, why would you agree to that rule? Why don't you tell Mel you want to renegotiate your contract? Why can't you, Destiny, be honest with her and tell her you will continue to cheat because you haven't been adhering to the agreement thus far, so why should you start now? Go on, just tell her that.
Do you still, like when we started dating, this was not a requirement that we were doing, but still, you would we would basically have an open relationship, everything would be fine. Like we were 2 months in, and then you would still lie about shit even though you didn't have to. And I was like, oh, yeah. He's just naturally a liar.
True.
Go ahead, Mel Spice. She just told us that boy's a liar. But seriously, folks, unless he's a pathological liar, and I'm going to take a leap and say that he isn't, I'm going to have to disagree with Melina here. Destiny had to lie to you because if he were to have told you, hey, I'm going to sleep with a multitude of people, and I don't want to tell you when and how many, because then you're more than likely going to have a lot of legitimate concerns. So I'd rather hide it from you so that I can continue to do what I want to do. See all of that, Melina? If Destiny told you all of that, I highly doubt you would have married him. But hey, I could be wrong.
True.
Probably,
Based and lying pills.
Probably because you
Sometimes you just gotta be based.
Did Steven ever cheat on his past relationships? Yes, he did. So maybe he still has that sort of cheating brain that he has to lie about things because he's traumatized.
If he cheated on you while you were dating and has continued to cheat after you're married, and he has cheated in his past relationships, then okay, yeah, I guess he has a cheating brain. I don't know. Destiny, you could have found someone on the same vibe as you who sleeps around indiscriminately. So why did you bring this foolishness to Melina? And the only reason why I call it foolishness is because that's what you're proving it to be. Had you found someone like-minded, you would have been playing your video games right now without a care in the world. You wouldn't have someone breathing down your neck at this very moment. And this is why I say there are a lot of people in this world who thrive off of drama. It's not enough for Destiny to find someone on his level, no. He has to drag someone off their path onto his so they can both be miserable. I find it fascinating. Mel, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. You already told us Destiny is a cheater. You found out about it and he confessed to it. So what are you going to do about it? Because I'm telling you right now, this guy is not gonna stop. Unless you're getting some kind of benefit out of this relationship. And I can think of at least one, but I'll hold my tongue. But if that benefit is great enough to make you stay and put up with all of this nonsense, I understand. But if not, I don't know why you subject yourself to all of this. And don't say it's for love, because whatever this is, it's not love.
Holy Giga Chad.
Yeah. So that's
true.
Yeah.
Does it get more alpha than that? I cheat when I don't even have to. I heard from the Fresh and Fit guys that makes you more competitive, so I'm just trying to make you love me more.
He has a cheater brain. I think that's just his thing sometimes. You know, guys, sometimes people want to have an open relationship because they f*** around, but they can't stop lying about it. Even though they have an open relationship, they still f***ing lie. They can't talk about things to do.
He just told you he wanted an open relationship so he can sleep with whoever he wants without consequences. And if he told you the things he does, your reaction is the very consequence he does not want to have to deal with. In no way should anyone assume an open marriage will mean the person will be honest to you. So if that's the reason why you agreed to it, Mel, I'm sorry I have to be the one to tell you this. Seeing as how Destiny has cheated many times before you even got married, never mind after, here's an idea. Why don't you let him cheat in peace? Hey, when you find out about it, you're not going to do anything anyway. You're not going to leave him. Listen, if you're not going to leave your cheating partner, the best thing you can ever do is not let them know you know what's going on. The worst thing for you to do is let them know you know they're cheating and that you love them so much, you're not going to leave. They're gonna sit there like, wait a second, you mean you're telling me I can cheat and you'll never leave? The most you'll do is yell for a couple of days and everything will go back to normal? That's music to a cheater's ears. They can have their cake and eat it too. Because yes, they'll continue to cheat. There's no real consequences to it.
Yes. And how many people has he cheated on? Several.
I think just 2.
Probably most of your relationships.
Pretty sure just 2, but you know.
Really? Like your wife?
I didn't share my wife. Well, unless you count.
Huh?
Unless you count.
No, didn't the first wife.
No, she wanted an open relationship and it got that was her fault. It was, yeah.
Really?
And she went crazy.
Okay, so he was married before and Destiny said he didn't cheat on his wife. And it was his wife, I guess, that asked for an open marriage, his first wife. And he said she went, his words, crazy. But I don't know if he means she went crazy with sleeping with a lot of people or she went crazy because he was sleeping with a lot of people. But whatever happened there, that marriage ended in divorce. And in his next 2 relationships, Destiny said he cheated.
Sure. Well, how many people have you cheated?
Just you and Aaron, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to say it. You're kind of bad at communicating. Exhausted. Yep.
Do you want to do all the relationship stuff right now? If you want to, we can do that. I've not started. I brought up a mini thing about how silly it is that sometimes women say, oh, I don't have anybody to fuck right now. I think it's silly.
And then you bring up me as an example.
Because you say things like that.
I don't say anything like that.
Okay.
I just say that, like, why would I want to have someone that's just gonna make me a terrible time? It's not fun. It's a bad time. I gotta make sure it's a good time. Divorce stream. No, you're fine. Hey guys, this has been the past 4 years. It's alright. We're still here. You guys haven't even seen it, okay? Yeah.
Yo, that dude is big mad. Get away from him, Mel. He's mad. You see what I mean, though, about staying out of other people's marriages? If Mel told you her husband was cheating as a friend, and you wanted to support her and stick up for her, and you went to Destiny and you're insulting Destiny on her behalf, oh, okay, now look. They made up, everything's fine. Do not fall for the okie doke. A lot of people are unhappy in their relationships, and they complain to others so that they can become the bad guy and unload on their partner on their loved one's behalf. And then when the couple makes up, you become the number 1 enemy. Don't do it. So here again, we see Mel tell the chat that Destiny cheated and has trauma because she wants chat to lay into Destiny while she hugs him and kisses his forehead. Well, I'm not part of chat. I'm not going to do all of that. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't let others bring you into their relationship problems, especially when you know they are for sure going to make up anyway. It's a lose-lose situation. People have problems in their relationship, tell them to go see a therapist, a pastor, whatever. Keep your mouth shut.
Keep pushing. Mel W. Are you mad at me?
No. If you want to air relationship shit out, we can. But I'm gonna blow you the fuck up pretty soon. So I'm just letting you know, okay?
Yikes. Mel read the chat, and the chat obviously was agreeing with her, and Destiny came out with that. When someone tells you they're gonna blow you up, make sure there are no matches in your house. Why aren't y'all more afraid of your partners? Only on YouTube do I hear couples say the most outlandish things to each other, and everyone's like, yep, nothing's wrong here. Everything's fine. Mel, please tell me there's another reason why you're putting up with this. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Destiny, do you like doling out threats to your wife? Okay, but really, y'all, this is what Destiny is saying. Okay, that blow you up comment, this is what he's saying. He's saying, Mel, you threw me under the bus to my audience, and I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Tit for tat. If your relationship gets to this level, the tit for tat level, it's hanging on by a thread. Do something about it. Don't let it stay on that level. Now, Mel may have a very good reason to stay in this relationship, but what's your reason, Destiny? That's what I want to know. Because it's obvious to me that you don't want to report to a parole officer every night to explain your whereabouts. But for some reason you are, so what's the reason?
You can listen. I will emotionally recover in 1 day, okay? It's gonna take you 2 months if you wanna air everything out right now. That's what you wanna do.
Oh, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, well then.
It's times like these I wish I knew how to whistle. As if you couldn't look any worse, Destiny. You tell her you're going to emotionally scar her? To be fair, Destiny really didn't like Melina telling his audience that he cheated on her, even though he's the one who cheated, but okay, whatever. Melina, if he cheated in the past and you forgave him, then yeah, technically you shouldn't have told chat about what he did because no good is going to come out of doing all of that. He's gonna feel a ways about you airing him out and then kiss him on the forehead. That's passive aggressive behavior. I see it. You can't give him his lashes, so you want his audience to do it for you because no one likes a cheater. But Destiny's not going to take kindly to that, and so he just told you plainly he's going to give it back to you. Ugh, this sounds so bad, you guys. Sounds so bad.
How much would it cost to see a Melina reaction to this specific fidelity comment?
I didn't. I just said sometimes women say autistic shit. You just said the autistic shit that I said you say.
If you're gonna bring up and say you can only see people at the same time or whatever, and it's so fucking annoying. If you're gonna say that, then I have to tell them why that is, right?
The reason why it is because you're insecure about me seeing somebody when you're not seeing somebody. That's the reason.
One would feel insecure if their partner was lying and cheating on them. Destiny, stating the obvious right there. You didn't win with that one. Why would you want your partner to feel insecure? That's the real question.
Why is that?
This is why I only date men.
Because you're used to being dating guys that are obsessed with you, and I'm not, and that makes you insecure. Yes.
Didn't he just... Whoa, okay. You know what's weird about what he just said? Okay, let me play it back. Remember when he said this earlier?
Does it get more alpha than that? I cheat when I don't even have to. I heard from the Fresh and Fit guys that makes you more competitive, so I'm just trying to make you love me more.
He has a cheater brain. I think that's just his thing sometimes.
Yeah, that's who you're reminding me of right now, Destiny. Those Fresh and Fit guys. That's who you're sounding like. Just the way you're treating your relationship. Now, the difference is you let your wife sleep around because I'm pretty sure those guys wouldn't want that. But everything else, the way you're treating her seems to be out of their playbook. As in, you say so yourself, she's a beautiful woman, and what you are going to do is not treat her as if she has any value in your eyes. If anything, because you love her, you should be treating her in high regard, I would think. But for some reason, you're looking at that as a positive, that you don't treat her highly. Okay, everyone, listen. There are people in the world that do this. They will purposely cut you down because your confidence is a threat to them. Hate to see it.
You lied to me in the
No,
past.
the only reason I had to lie to you is because you're insecure when I hook up with people, and I never got together with you under the assumption that I was gonna have to have a mom babysitting me.
Yikes. And there you have it. Mel, he called you a mom and a babysitter. At least I had the decency to call you a parole officer. I want you all to remember that Destiny is the one who cheated, and yet he has the audacity to be offended. This is getting ugly, y'all.
You want to air it out? Do you want to bring up what happened?
Which time?
A lot of times. Do you want to bring it up all? I can see it.
Can I just play video games?
Yes. Just say yes, Mel. Just say it. You were just hugging him 2 seconds ago. Just call a truce. Like I said, if you're not going to leave him, just wave the white flag and surrender. This guy has already said when he's finished with you, it will take you 2 months to recover emotionally. When Destiny said it would take him a day to recover emotionally, I don't believe it. He comes across as very sensitive. Like if you pinch him, he'll burn your entire house down, metaphorically speaking. His sensitivity is what's driving his vengeful behavior.
Well, you have to say that there are things that you've done that made me probably pretty insecure about the relationship, yeah?
Maybe,
You
yeah.
don't think so?
There have been things that both of us have done.
Wait, you have to think about a little bit more now. What do you think has happened here?
A lot of things have happened.
Yes.
For not just me.
Okay.
Not just me. Mel, what did you do? What did you do? Destiny's holding it in, but something went down. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything that Mel could have done to justify the way Destiny is talking to her right now. Dude is just straight up disrespectful. However, just based on this little exchange, Destiny is holding on to one big of a grudge. Mel did something to him that he's been holding on to, and in his mind, what she did in the past justifies the way he's treating her now. I wonder what it was. Maybe she cheated too, but I don't think so. It could just be something like she said something to him that maybe she thought wasn't a big deal, but he took whatever that was to heart. It could be something like that. But that's the only thing that makes sense to me right now based on the way he's treating her. In his mind, she must have did something to him that is still bothering him to this day.
Well, there are things
Yeah,
makes me not too secure in the relationship that you do.
true. I understand that. You need that.
And I'm
you
not
need that
you. I don't know
real
what you're thinking about.
hyper obsessed guy. That guy who will always treat you like a queen.
And why is that a bad thing to be treated like a queen? Best believe I'm treated like a queen, so he is treated like a king. End of story. Destiny has it twisted. In his relationship, it's better for him to treat Mel like a pauper. And if Mel is a pauper, Destiny, what are you?
Really? So if someone isn't cheating on me, they're treating me like a queen.
Is that the only
Is that
thing you
what
think
you're
you...
basically saying? Yeah.
She can call up a 9 or 10 guy right now.
Max, it's hard. Well, and we want to finish this?
Not really. Now I'm losing my game. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Jesus.
That argument should have ended 5 minutes before it actually ended. Well, folks, what have we learned today? Don't argue with your spouse on the internet. Thank you and good night.